This is a TalkStation original podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Paperboys Podcast. I'm JJ Smith.
And I'm Zach Nally.
We are joined in the studio by Tanner Payne and Molly Scott Cottrell. Thanks for being with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So why do we have this pairing? This seems like an odd duo here, but it's not. It is a 100% spot on why they're in here together. So they have a lot in common. Number one, right off the bat, they're very tall people. Number two, they're West Carteret athletes. They are West Carteret fall athletes. They are West Carteret senior fall athletes. But more importantly, they are Division I scholarship athletes, which I was going to say is a rare thing in Carter County, but that's a rare thing.
It's getting
anywhere.
Yeah, it's a rare, especially in team sports.
Do you know the number of high school athletes that go on to play Division I sports?
Is it 2.3%?
Look at Tanner Payne.
Whoa!
Right out the gate. 2%.
Yeah, I was going to say 2.
That is wild. If you play high school football, you have a 3% chance of playing.
What sport has the
Division
highest?
I college football. If you are a girls volleyball player, and you have to say girls because high schools have boys volleyball.
Well, men's.
If you're a girl,
and
if you're
women's.
a girls high school volleyball player, you have a 1% chance.
What sport
of
has the
playing
highest?
Division I.
Football.
Do you know the answer?
No. Do you?
I thought it was baseball.
It's got to be.
Because
I feel like
Well,
baseball's
football
up there.
because of the roster numbers.
Okay, maybe
Yeah,
lacrosse. Let's do some research internet research while we're
So
doing
your
this.
parents, I'm sure, have always told you that you're very special, and it turns out that they were right.
I love that.
2%. How about that? So that's one big thing. But then what puts them over the top is they are early enrollee Division I.
Gluttons for punishment.
College
No,
athletes.
Go getters.
And as far as
Know
we
what they
know,
want.
they're number one and number two to have ever done that in Carter County.
Yeah, I can't think of any memory where somebody left to, especially an athlete.
I can't. I think you all are the first. I don't know which one decided first. Do we know?
He did.
Oh, Tanner Payne's number one.
Actually, the day I committed, I told them I was going to come early. So down in the summer,
Yeah.
I think you're the first in county.
June.
The listeners will have to let us know if we missed somebody, but I can't think of anybody.
Sure, maybe back in the day.
Well, no, I don't even think that was a thing back in the day.
So, Tanner, that was part of your conversation with the school initially.
the day I committed, I got the offer June 19th, and they kind of put me in a spot where to commit pretty early on, right after the offer, and I knew I kind of wanted to go there. If I was going to go play at the FCS level, I knew that was kind of where I wanted to go.
Okay.
So I was ready to commit pretty quickly, and so I committed 4 days later on the 23rd, and in that same phone call, I let them know I would like to come early.
Wow.
Especially because the coaching staff that was there, the quarterback coaches knew it was going to be his first year, so all the guys that were already there, he didn't recruit them. I was the first guy he would recruit to the school, and that really helps and will help you stand out in a quarterback room when you're really the only guy he's truly recruited to the school. So I kind of want to get there as early as I can, and just learning a whole playbook, it definitely would help a lot more and give you more of an opportunity to play early on if you have that extra semester.
Okay, so Tanner was all in right from the start. Molly Scott, what's your middle name, Tanner?
Robert.
I feel like you need to Tanner Robert in this conversation, but we've got a Molly Scott in here. Everybody needs to go by two names. What was your decision-making process when it came to enrolling? Were you like Tanner? Were you like, I'm going to do that?
No, I was honestly a late commit.
Okay.
So my big thing was I went to camps all summer. I had a couple schools I was looking at, and then I got to UNC Greensboro. It was kind of a shot in the dark because I talked to them early on, really thought they were going to offer me. They ended up going with another girl who's also a right side. So there's two of us coming in, which is not a right side's kind of a rare position. We're both lefties. But so I kind of quit talking to them, and the coach had reached out and was like, hey, come to our camp. We just want to see you. And I was like, okay. I literally getting ready for camp. I was like, Mom, I had gone to camp the week before. I was like, Mom, I don't know. I'm tired. And she was like, we're just going to go. We're going to try it. We go. I walk in the gym. It was magical. All the coaches knew me. I loved all the players. And I was like, my mom literally came and watched the camp and was like, you belong here. This is your school. She literally started crying. And I was like, whoa. Because everyone always told me I would find a fit, where it would work. And I had gotten to the point in the recruiting process where I was like, gosh, this is so much.
You hadn't had that.
I hadn't felt it. And I was really scared I wasn't going to find my place. And then I went to camp. And I talked to the coach after camp, and she was like, I'm going to call you next week. And I was like, okay. And she offered me, and I was talking to one other coach. I'd been to camp right after. I was talking to one other coach, And I was like, I'll let you know soon. And it just, like, all worked out. And I love the girls. I love the coach. I couldn't.
Okay. So when did the talk about early enrollment
start? The school was, I didn't think about it, but I played club volleyball in Wilmington last year. So I drove to Wilmington 3 days a week. And so that was my biggest issue this year. I was like, I don't want to do that again. And so she was like, I called her and I was like, hey, do you know any clubs that I could play at this year? And she was like, looking in, researching the area, and she was like, I mean, the closest good club is, like, big club is 3 hours away. And I was like, I can't do that. And she was like, you know, you do always have the option to come early. And I hung up the phone. I was like, I don't know. I can't do that yet. I talked to my parents. My mom was like, you're dumb to stay here. She's like, you go to school for 3 hours, and then you're going to go for an hour and a half. And she was like, why would you stay? She's like, I'm going to miss you, but you need to go.
You get out of my house.
And there's 2 of us in my position, so.
Oh. She might feel different when the youngest sibling wants to go early, right? No,
yeah.
No, but I am curious because I want to take a step back and I think 10 years ago this would have sounded strange. The idea
Very
that
strange.
you could leave halfway through your senior year, but a lot has changed in how you all take your classes nowadays. You're both seniors. Your first semester, have you been taking courses in the school? Have you been taking them online through the college? What's that look like? What's your schedule look like academically?
This year?
Yeah.
Well, so this year, knowing I wanted to graduate early, I would have had 2 and 2 classes each semester, but I needed to put them all in the first semester so I'd have enough credits or the required class to graduate early.
Okay.
But really, if you really want to graduate early and that's your goal, you can graduate in 3 years. But I took weight training, like for the purpose of sports and working out every semester of high school.
Extracurricular courses, sure.
And because I take that every semester of high school, that pushes a class that you like need to graduate out of the way. So that's the only reason. Like you could really graduate in 3 years from high school.
Wow.
So how it is
you're
now.
taking things like band or weightlifting or things that get in the way of some of those
Drama,
academic
whatever.
courses.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
It gets in the that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you both could have been done in 3.
Yes.
Yeah, I only had 2 classes at West. I took 2 at Carter Community and 2 at West from the first semester junior year through senior year. And the only reason I took 2 classes this semester before I decided I was graduating early was so that I could play volleyball, because you have to have two classes at West until your second semester senior year to play a sport.
Okay.
For eligibility.
Yeah, I was telling Zach the difference, and I started noticing this, like you said, 10 years ago, 15, whenever, because like when I do the student athlete of the week, like if you have to get up with a freshman through junior, it's like, well, you're either catching me right after school or before practice or a game or after a practice or game. Whereas seniors are just like, I'm like, when can we talk or something? I'm just like, oh, and they're just like, whatever.
Well, and
like, I'm available all day.
No, for sure. It's very different now, especially when taking classes online. Ever since COVID too. I am curious though. I'm struck by something that was just said about you've already played your sports in the fall. Let's say, I mean, it's a hypothetical, so you don't really know the answer. But I'm curious if your sport had been in the spring and you'd still had an opportunity to go to school early, would you do it?
If it was me, I would not do that for the purpose of just development. You're missing out in your entire senior year to then just sit on the bench, really, basically for your what would be your first semester of school.
Sure.
Like if you're a baseball player, that senior season, like in high school, would mean a lot going into your next school year.
Well, if you have a great year, maybe the recruiting ticks up a bit.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, and for you, it was so important that you made sure you were taking 2 courses there, just so you could still take part in your senior year at West Carter. So clearly, it meant something to you as well.
I mean, West volleyball is just something special. I don't think I could have let it go yet. And I got to play with my sister this year, which was really cool. So I love the program at West, so I just don't think I could have let it go.
I was just curious about, because it is in the senior years are in the books. It's easier to kind of detach. Like you said, what are you doing in the spring other than looking for club opportunities or camp opportunities or whatever? I guess that makes more sense.
Well, the first 2 things I think of is prom and graduation. Are we going to miss prom and graduation?
I will walk graduation. I'm not sure about prom yet. I don't know.
Okay.
Same. I'm in the same boat. I'm thinking I'll come home for prom. I did sophomore and junior.
Wow.
I've never gone to a prom. I was at a football camp in Charlotte.
How do you feel about that? About leaving your high school career behind and never having gone to a prom?
It does not bother me whatsoever.
I'm just curious how people are built differently, and I just
maybe prom, but definitely graduation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, the other thing I was thinking of, you only get 8 semesters in your entire life to be a high school student, and you guys are willingly going into give up one of those, but you're like, I'm cool with that.
I've gotten the high school
Yeah, you've had it.
experience. I've gotten
Nothing this last semester is going to be like, oh, well, that really pushed it over the.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Blake Dodge, and you're listening to the Paper Boys podcast.
It sounds like you are very cognizant of the fact that the competition is going to be a big thing at the next level. You don't want to go and sit and watch. You want to play.
Yes. Yeah. Also, part of that is like in football, especially like size. Like there's a big difference between your size in high school and your size in like college. So that was also a big part of getting there early. Get an extra semester of training in that that system with that staff, and then you got a whole meal plan, nutritionists, and all that. So that's also a really big
More
part
resources and support.
Yes.
Do we have a goal in mind of what we'd like to start next year weight-wise?
They would like me around 225, 230.
Where are you at now?
I've been at 210. Before the season started, I was 210, but right now I'm like 200.
Oh, wow.
I usually lose some weight during the season.
We can put on like 30 pounds of muscle before next fall.
Yeah, I'll get back up
Muscle
to 210
or lunch,
before I leave.
Whatever gets this.
Hamburgers, muscle,
Yeah.
whatever it takes.
Most quarterbacks aren't the most shredded. Dudes.
You can have a little jelly roll, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
How about you, Molly Scott? What is your level as far as what I want to be able to do freshman year?
I just want to get on the court. I told you that there's two of my position coming in as in our class, which is kind of rare. They usually take 2 middles, 2 outsides, not usually the right side. And we're both left-handed.
Oh, wow.
So that advantage is kind of
you lost that.
Yeah. So, I don't know, really work on jump strength, shoulder strength, my arm. Just gaining muscle, really, and getting to get in there early and have a plan is nice.
I'm being a bad host. We're pretty far in, and we haven't even discussed where they're going. So Tanner's going to Elon, and Molly Scott's going to UNCG. That's another of the like 10 things they have in common. Their schools are 20 miles apart.
Yeah.
Right
So I'm going to be very disappointed if next year I don't see Tanner Payne in a UNCG volleyball T-shirt at a game cheering, and Molly Scott at an Elon football game with an Elon T-shirt on cheering.
I think our moms might be there together.
They should be, actually, yeah.
So y'all aren't strangers in the hallway, huh?
No, we're not.
No.
Okay. Yeah. And so was it funny when you found out you were going to be going to school 20 miles apart?
I didn't even think about it. I kind of forgot that Elon was right near.
Yeah, you don't think about it because Elon, it's not a name of a town per se. What it is, but
a smaller one. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about it a little bit. Tanner and I, when we would hang out, just as friends, we would talk about sports and recruiting, and our poor other friends would be like, "Can y'all just stop?" They were just like,
right. If it had been Winston-Salem, we'd be like, "Oh, of course those are close."
Yes.
Yeah, but Elon and UNCG. I had to look it up. I was like, I think those are going to be really close, but I was kind of shocked that it's only 20 miles.
No, Elon's the last exit basically before you get into Greensboro.
my coach lives in Burlington.
Yeah,
in Elon, right beside Elon.
This the big shopping outlet mall.
Zach Nally knows about UNCG because he's the UNCG.
Where are you staying on campus?
Yes.
Where are you staying?
In the quad.
Oh, in the quad. Okay, I was
Cotton.
at Grogan. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Grogan Reynolds is right over there, and then you're in the quad. Little known fact: there are some really cool steam tunnels right under where you're staying. They are not legally accessible, but they're certainly accessible. Anyway, let's move on.
Don't be leading the youth astray.
It's cool to go and explore your campus at 2 in the morning at 19. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I mentioned about how rare it is to play Division I sports just anywhere but in Carter County. I did a quick spreadsheet trying to find out how many we've had, and in the 21st century since the year 2000, I came up with about 30. Now that's team sport Division I athletes. Now we send track and field kids yearly.
Right, sure.
Because at Carter County we can do some
swimming,
running, and throwing and jumping.
And not that those aren't part of a team,
right.
But it is a different. You're just relying on yourself in that event.
Yeah.
Versus a team sport.
Yeah.
Where you're bringing.
I came up with about 30 in the 21st century, and that includes these two.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a rare thing. So tell us about being recruited at the Division I level. What's that like? How did that go there, Mr. Payne?
Well, I think it's a little bit different for the bigger schools, right? The bigger schools, because that was really when you're coming out of, or when you're a younger kid, you dream about going to those the really big schools. I grew up an NC State fan, that was always where I wanted to go. And when you kind of start to learn more about how the recruiting process works, the kids that are going to school like that, they're getting offered their sophomore year.
Wow.
And they're also a really big thing for for quarterbacks and just varsity or like football, you got to be on varsity as a sophomore and you have to film as a sophomore. So once I kind of saw that like go out the window, I had to take a step back a little bit. Like I knew I wasn't playing my sophomore year, so now I had to see, okay, now where am I going to be able to get with these 2 years of film? And you can still go to those levels playing with 2 years of film, but like those schools, they just want you on their radar as soon as possible. Like they recruit so fast, they go in and out, in and out, in and out.
Sure.
Like schools right now, like they're recruiting class of 2030 almost. Like
Sure.
It's a little ridiculous. So so I just had to take a step back and like look at, okay, now where is really going to recruit me and really want me? Not going to try and get me to walk on, because bigger schools will still try and get you to walk on. Like you really, I mean, free college is a big deal. Like that's a big thing.
Well, and you want to feel wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Like walk on, like they want you a little bit, but like a school that wants you on scholarship, like that's a pretty big deal.
Sure.
Like, they want you as your guy.
Sure.
So I mean, took a step back, and I was going to all these camps throughout high school, especially a lot going to my junior year and a lot going to my senior year. But I had a lot lined up actually for going into my senior year, but then I got halfway through the summer and then I offered and committed right away. But I was driving all over the place, football, like all recruiting is done through Twitter. Like you have to live on Twitter.
Oh wow!
Like Sean Cartwright, we talked every single day. Like we're really good friends. Like he put in the most hours I've ever seen on Twitter in my entire life. Like you go to his direct messages, like it is actually insane. You can take like 40 scrolls down in his DMs. It's absolutely ridiculous. Wow. You have to live on Twitter though.
It's a full-time job, huh?
It is, like especially like in a smaller area like this. Like we're not small, but like in a smaller area like this,
that's
like
pretty rural.
you got to get your name out. Like
that
is the biggest thing.
You're beating the bushes.
Recruiters aren't coming all the way down to the beach pretty often.
Yeah.
They actually did a lot. A lot of them came this year though. Going into my senior year for the very first time, like Duke came, App State came, Wake Forest came, Central came, Elon came, Lafayette came. So a bunch of schools did come, which doesn't happen very often to come to our school like this far out, but they did. So I mean, they definitely like heard the school before. They know Jay. They talked to Jay and me, and but yeah, like the big thing being here is you have to get your name out. Like they're not always gonna find you in a smaller area. Like you've got to like get your name, put your name out in front of them sometimes too. So it was living on Twitter.
One of the things that surprised me about your recruiting was Coach Daniel Barrow was telling me about how when they offered, you had the weekend to decide? Pretty
much. They were kind of telling me like, if you don't offer right now, we're gonna start getting into our like just offering to anybody, because like they had offered. They showed me actually their like the little chart like who they like wanted to offer. The first guy they wanted to offer ended up committing to Wake Forest, and the second guy they wanted to offer also ended up committing to Wake Forest. Wake Forest took 2 guys, class of 26 this year, and then the third guy they really had no shot on. He was also a really big school guy, and he committed. So then I was the next guy. Like I was the very first guy they really had a shot on, and they said if like after they offered me, if they didn't give me, because I was like the 4th guy they wanted, they were going to just start unleashing offers on quarterbacks. Wow. So yeah, I kind of had to commit pretty early on.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
It was, but I also really liked Elon. I'd taken many visits there. I'd taken 4 visits there at that point. And then the quarterback coach actually lives in Emerald Isle.
Oh,
he does.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
They knew that in Emerald Isle.
Okay.
But like, 'cause he's towards the end of his career, I think. He's an older guy. He's been around for a while.
Retirement home.
It is. He's not like near retiring, but this is definitely where he's going to end up living. So yeah.
So seeing you liked him so much, it wasn't that tough a decision.
No, I really liked the school. I saw the school. It was very, very nice campus. Like, I didn't really expect until I saw it. Like, it was a very nice campus. I was like, okay, yeah, this is where I want to.
But if you'd had the weekend, it would have been like a 50-50 deal. That would have been a tough weekend, right?
That would have freaked me out.
How about you, Molly Scott? What was your recruitment like?
The recruiting process, especially here, it's so hard.
Yeah.
That was part of the reason I went to Wilmington last year, which my poor parents, we went to Wilmington 3 days a week from September to June, the first week of June.
God.
Yeah, these kids that do the club sports in Wilmington you're crazy people.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to go earlier, but honestly, before I could drive, it just was not in the cards. And my dad went with me one day a week, my mom went, and then I went by myself on Saturday morning. I was in Wilmington at 8 a.m. And so that's why I left. The club here was amazing. That's why I started volleyball, but I just had to get somewhere bigger. My coach in Wilmington had a big name. He had coached, Canada pro teams. He had been to the Olympics. He had crazy connections, just new people. And that's kind of how you have to get your name out there.
It takes, yeah.
You just have to go for it. So that was, my biggest jump for me. And I was honestly very late to the, recruiting process. I didn't know how early you had to get on. And, like, we don't use Twitter. We use email, like, straight email. You send a link with your phone. Hi, I'm so-and-so, this is me. And coaches get 100 emails a day. And you just have to, like, hope that they click your name and they give you 10 seconds. You just have to pray for 10 seconds a time. And then maybe they'll send you an email, hey, I'll come watch you at this qualifier, this big tournament. So they come watch for, like, 5 points, and if you don't have 5 good points, that's it. That's over.
Oh my gosh.
Pressure.
So it's just, like, so stressful. So then I didn't really have anywhere to go so I signed up for a bunch of camps. I got invited to so many camps, and they were like, just come to camp. And so that's where I really, like, would put in, and I would, like, talk to the players, talk to the coaches. Like, you just really have to buy into the process. I wish I knew to start sooner in the recruiting process, but there was nobody here that had done it. So it was like, we were just kind of, like, on our own, like, just figuring it out. So
I guess in retrospect, freshman year would have been the year to start getting on this stuff. Huh?
Oh, yeah, sending emails.
Yeah.
Sophomore year, I wish I sent emails all of sophomore year, like, sending film, just...
Yeah, it's funny you say, who's the last... It would have been Grace.
Grace.
Last volleyball
Yeah.
Division 1, Lehigh or
Lafayette.
Lafayette, yeah.
And before Grace, it was probably who knows how long.
Oh, yeah, it's been a while.
Man.
Yeah, you talk about getting into it freshman year. Like, she played varsity for 4 years. You were always in varsity,
3.
right? Okay, 3 years. Like, my freshman year, sophomore year film, they don't care about that. That's JV.
Right.
So, like, it did not matter. Like, they would see it, like, okay, that's cool. But, like, it's JV. They don't care. It's like, it didn't matter to them whatsoever.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
You can't be reaching out to Division I schools until Division I is a reality, right?
Is, yes.
Well, there's a great transition. Molly Scott, when did the idea that you could compete at the Division I level become a reality? You thought I could actually do that?
I had always had the idea, I love volleyball to death, but, like, my pursuit in life is to, like, go pre-med, like, go through medical school. Like, I love volleyball. I can't hang it up yet. But I've always had, like, that goal, so I always knew that I wanted to go to a bigger school, like, even if it did mean leaving volleyball behind.
Okay.
I knew that I needed to go to a school academically, like an academic match, so that made my recruiting process a lot harder. Because there were a lot of good schools that were smaller, but their academics just were not, like...
Or maybe the standard is not there,
Yeah.
or the program that you were looking for
Yeah,
is not
and
there.
I wanted to stay close to home. I'm a homebody, so
Okay.
4 hours is
Not bad.
not bad.
Now there's a Havelock bypass, even though...
Yeah.
How about you, Tana, when you were like, okay, I could, that might be a possibility?
I've kind of always thought it was possible. Like, I never really...
Even playing JV football,
Yeah,
huh?
it was always just... I always
Yeah.
just took it as JV is, like, just part of your development. And
Part of the process.
Like, I knew, like JV is just, like that was just something that was going to help me later on. And also, I mean, Jalen Hugh, like, he was here, like... And I was coming into a program where he had already played for a year as a sophomore.
Sure.
And I was only a year below him. So, like, I was just, like, taking what I could get, like,
Yeah.
like reps-wise in games. Like, I was just... But, like, that was, like, my biggest motivator all of high school was, like, there was someone in front of me and, like, they didn't think I was better than them. Like I'm a very competitive person. Like, it hurts right now to not be playing basketball a little bit. And just watching them play, like, just, like, watching, like, them get, like I almost, like, when they almost get in a fight, like, that, like, the fire that you just feel from that. Like, I don't know. Like, that's something I miss about basketball. Just like the passion, just like this. I don't know. Right now, not playing a sport. It's just
No, I get it. We talked to some kids who had been various years out of football. 1 year out of football, 5 years out of
That's right,
football.
you did that story.
10 years out if it was COVID. We were looking for anything. And one of the kids who'd been out 5 years, I think his biggest thing was like, I don't know where to put. He's like, I'm not I'm not trying to go out and fight people. He's like, but I have aggression.
This energy.
And I have nowhere to put it.
No, that's real.
As an adult with
Yeah.
out of football for 5 years. He's in the military and he's obviously they can do whatever, but like I don't that's been the hardest thing is like where to channel that specific energy.
The
out.
energy in a team sport is insane. I did track my freshman year.
Sure.
I competed individually. I love the fact that, like, if you won, you won. Like, it was all you. But the adrenaline, the fire, the, like, love in a team sport is, like, you can't match it. Like, the endorphins that you feel, like, after a good game or a good moment, and everyone's, like, cheering for you, like, that being by yourself is not the same thing.
Well, enjoy it because it's hard to replace as an adult.
Yeah.
The most you can come up with is if like you're working on a marketing project, and like you're all geared towards this one goal, and the product launch is hit, and we're all, and that's it pales.
That was senior night, yeah. Senior night, they were like, "Are you sad?" And I was like, "I have 4 more years. I'm not sad."
Yeah,
For sure.
But girls were like crying, and I was like, "Gosh, if I had to be done, if that was my last game, I don't think you could pick me up off the floor."
Well, and that's the reward for the work that got put into be able to play at that level, is that you do get to keep playing. So
there's a reason Tom Brady was playing at 45, right? You're never going to match that.
It's not fun, that's for sure. It definitely scratches an itch.
Do you ever recall a moment, a game, a day at a camp or something that it solidified in your mind that I am a Division I athlete? Like I can compete. Like maybe there was somebody else on the field or the court that was Division I and you were going at it, or you had a good pass or a good kill or something. Was there ever a moment like that?
I think maybe my junior year against Croatan, and I actually didn't play a very good game whatsoever against Croatan, but just like throw an interception, and then basically they're celebrating on the sideline. I mean, they don't beat Weston football very often.
Right.
Really ever. Like, that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, this year had been the first in 10 years.
Yeah, like, it doesn't really happen. So they're on the sideline, like, freaking out. And then I'm looking at the clock, and like, there's a minute left. And I'm a very confident athlete. I always have been, very confident athlete. I'm like, I'm about to go win the game. Like, in my head, I'm about to go win the game. I walk off the field, though, I'm cussing at myself. Only person I'm mad at is myself. I'm looking at the clock, there's a minute left, and when we drive down, score
I know, I was there.
We score back shoulder touchdown to Josiah Jones there, and then right there I was like, I can do this.
I got it.
Yeah. It was a huge collapse on Croatan's end. I remember being like, it's over, the game is it, and then it was not.
Well, whatever it is, capital IT, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Scott?
I think, my sophomore year, I played on varsity, and I fought for that spot. Like, there were 3 right sides. Team was humongous. I fought for that spot, and I ended up getting to start, and we played D.H. Conley, who has Brittany Silver. She's going to NC State. She's insane athlete, always has been. But I blocked her twice. Her mom was screaming in the stands. I knew that she had talked to so many schools, and I was like, okay, like, maybe this could work. Like, I was scoring, I was swinging. That was one of my moments, and then just when I went to camp at Greensboro, all the commits were there, and I got to play with all of them, and I was like, I can hang in just fine right here. Like, I fit here. I like it. Like,
nice.
In the competitive level that you get to play at.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, when you asked that question, my first thought was maybe you'd be at a camp or you'd be in Bloomington, and you would get this validation away from home, and instead it happened here in the county. I think that's very interesting. That moment that you click happens
absolutely
here and not, I don't know. It's Carteret County. It's small. We're rural.
Yeah.
We have our moments, but I guess I just assumed that it would come from a larger market or a place where you're surrounded by other people who have talent as well, and you see a couple coaches looking your way or whatever the case may be. But no, that it happened here, I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree 100% because we only know them through school sports.
Right.
That's all we write about.
Right.
But I always assume the opposite, that all the recruiting takes place away from school.
That your validation and who you are as school is kind of like the school spirit thing, but sometimes it's more competitive at a club level.
Well, that's not true.
Yeah,
that's not
it's more competitive at a club level, but the praise you receive at school is totally different. Like, I had people's grandparents recognizing me, like, out in the town. I was like, wow, I feel famous.
But most of the recruiting is in the off season, though, right?
Well, for us.
Yeah. Camps.
Yes, it's actually funny you say that, because now that I think about it, like, also another big moment for me, I was like, okay, I got this, was getting invited to compete at the Elite 11, one of their regional camps. Like, that's very limited. That was in Atlanta, so like I was there with Faison Brandon, Landon Duckworth, so that's South Carolina commit, Tennessee commit, and then Dylan Rayola's younger brother, who's committed to Nebraska right now, and then like Mason Holtzcall. Like, these are all 5-stars, 4-star dudes.
Yeah.
And like when I was there, I'm actually pretty sure I was the only guy there without an offer. There was 35 quarterbacks there, and this is basically the Southeast regional. There's only so many regionals throughout the country, and I was the only guy there without an offer. So I kind of knew, like, okay, like, you don't get invited back, so like, I'll be good. Like, something's coming.
We're going to start coming at some point.
Yes, like, I knew I'd be all right.
Yeah.
I love that.
Is as much as as much pressure as there is in the off seasons with camps and AAU and stuff and club and stuff, knowing that you have to perform at that level to get noticed by recruiters, even that it still doesn't match the school and the kind of spirit that you have and the competitiveness and rivalries and stuff. Nothing matches that.
School, yeah. I mean, the fan base. I mean, West volleyball. If you go to a game, we take up the whole thing, and it's like
it's been that way
for
a minute.
It's been that way. I mean, my junior year was amazing. We had 11 seniors, history season.
Sure.
Like, getting to be a part of that, I don't know. Like, you can't match that. And, like, the spirit in the town. Like, we had our locker room going into the last playoff game. We played the Eastern Regional Championship. We had text messages from former players for the past 20 years hung up all over the walls. Like, we had people driving as fast as they could to Greenville to come watch us. Like,
and how fun for you as a transplant, someone that was new to the community, and we've done stories about that. I want to get one comment on this because I want to get one comment on this because when Jalen transferred to Havelock, it was a shocker. But that they had you in the background, it was such a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, it worked out for everybody.
We talked about this ad nauseum behind the scenes about how, if he stays, you don't get a chance to play really your junior year. And maybe. Who knows? I know. The competitiveness inside you said, I would have won at camp.
I would have started jobs.
And of course, and we've seen times when maybe positions get changed, stuff like that. But Jalen needed more exposure, and he got that at Havelock. Tanner needed a slot here to move into, and you got that, and both teams benefited from it. And such an interesting. Do you feel like the community welcomed you when you came on as a junior, just to start playing?
Like to start varsity?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it was mostly like when I felt it was coming as a freshman,
Okay.
Because
you felt that then as well.
Yeah, because I've told him before, I was third string coming to freshman year on JV, and then it worked eventually week 3, then I was starting, and then I just felt very welcome by everybody. Varsity coaches. And not to say they're not coaching. And
maybe I'm wrong. You're not from here.
I'm not.
Okay. I wanted to make sure you are a transplant. Okay, so you came your freshman year.
I came here in.
Just go ahead and call him a dingbatter.
I know. I'm off right now. I'm just kidding.
My first year of football here was 8th grade.
Okay.
So I played here 8th grade.
Okay.
We didn't have a great year in middle school.
I was let me double check and make sure that's the case from beginning before. Okay, so you came in as a freshman and you felt that welcoming.
Yeah, I felt very welcome in the program. I just I had to earn it right away, and so then once I did, I felt very they allowed me to earn it, and they showed much love to me freshman and sophomore year. Then obviously it grows a lot when you're on varsity. Your junior year now, I mean, you're playing quarterback for a varsity football team. All the focus is on you and your offense because it's your offense. People like to say it's the quarterback's offense, and so I felt very welcome, and then everyone around me was pretty good. It made it feel pretty easy to be welcome. So.
Hi, I'm Ty Roach, and you're listening to the Paper Boys Podcast.
Sounds like Elon and UNCG were runaway favorites. There was no second place. Was there a second place?
I had a second place.
Okay.
Yeah, so UNCW was my other school I was waiting on. And I had talked to, so I got my offer from UNCG, and I was like, I need a week. I had just gotten home from UNCW camp. I was like, I need a week. I need to talk to this coach. I need to figure it out, and then I'll decide. But even from camp alone, I liked UNCG better, but I wanted to see what the coaches were going to say.
Okay.
And nothing could match it.
Yeah.
My parents were like, it got 3 days later, I was online. I was ordering a UNCG shirt to post my commitment. I was like, I'm ready. I'm in.
No more waiting.
Yeah.
How about you, Tanner?
I mean, Elon nobody really made me feel as desired as a player, be part of the program as Elon did. Not even close, really. When NCAA&T offered me, they offered me and then kind of didn't really we didn't even really communicate too much for until a week after. Didn't really speak to them a whole lot after they offered us. Yeah, so there wasn't really a second. Elon kind of made me feel very I was their guy. So yeah.
I can't tell you how many signing stories I've done over the years where that main thing is somebody's just like, I just felt wanted.
Yeah.
Like
do.
they just felt like.
And the girls, oh my gosh, the girls are incredible. We got a package today to my parents, addressed to my parents. They said, "What is this?" We open it up. They're like, "What the heck is this box?" They open it. It's full of UNCG sweatshirts, pom-poms, koozies, everything that the sophomore girls that are currently on the team, parents had organized and sent to my parents. And, like, that community is just, that was part of, like, wow, that's awesome.
And even if in a world where, and it might happen, I'm sure you don't want it to, but in a world where the coach leaves and takes another job, it feels like you're still going to have that feeling and community of teammates in the schools and everything that wouldn't change the way you feel about schools.
Elon,
if the coach left, you still feel this family atmosphere and the way she's talking about UNCG and.
I mean, I didn't even actually meet any of the players on the team
so you're the opposite.
Until 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
I went on my official visit because I didn't even actually get to take like an official visit, like where they pay for you to be there.
Right.
They pay for your meals and like you stay with a player in their dorm and stuff like that. I didn't even take that until 2 weeks ago because I committed during the last time you could have an official visit during the summer. Like committed during that same week. So like only thing I really knew was the coach, and like I went and because like I said he lives in Emerald Isle, so like he's here during the off season. So like we went and ate dinner somewhere one time, just me and him. Grabbed lunch somewhere one time, me and him. Just like rolled by the house one time. He came out to West and like watched me throw one time during school actually. Wow. So it was more about him because I didn't know any of the players. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a difference in corporate big football and small volleyball. Very, very few teammates. You can kind of have that's two different worlds.
I mean, if a football team, there's a lot of boys and boys. Boys are different from girls. But
boys aren't sending care packages.
Yeah, I mean, if the team doesn't get along and work well, and there's animosity anywhere in the group, it's not gonna work. Yeah. And there was nothing. Like, it was like hugging, walking in, singing, laughing. Like, that's all you could ever want. And the coaches are amazing too. Like, they coached together at Georgia prior to coming here.
Okay.
And so they're completely rebuilding the program. This is their third year. This will be their third year when I get there.
Was getting that first Division I scholarship offer, was that a moment you'll never forget, or was it not that big a deal?
That's a dumb question.
It actually wasn't that big of a deal for me at all because the way I found out. So I went to the A&T football camp, and then like so it's after the camp. I'm talking to the head coach, and he's like, we're gonna offer you. But I talked to my area recruiter right before that, like guy that recruits the area. He's a linebacker coach. I talked to him. He was like, well, so I think the head coach is going to offer you. It's not his choice because he's just a linebackers coach. His job is just like he's the daily communicator with me.
Okay.
So he's like, I think they're going to offer you. I go and talk to the head coach. He's like, yeah, we're going to offer you. I go and talk to the quarterback coach, and he doesn't say anything about an offer. So I'm so confused. So I don't really know. And I just leave. I leave, and I call the quarterback coach 4 days later because I'm still sitting there thinking about it. I was like, did they offer me or not?
Did I get one?
So I called the quarterback coach like, yeah, we offered you. Like, what? So like, oh, well, okay.
Well, that took a lot of the juice out of it.
Yeah, it wasn't. So it really wasn't that good.
Oh no!
But the Elon one felt really good because I was sitting in the office. They offered me before we even they invited me for the camp. They offered me before the camp even started, because they'd seen me throw plenty of times. And they just wanted to offer me with my parents there because they're very big on family. They're very big on family care and all that. And so it's like me and my dad sitting in there, and then they offered me in there. So that one was a lot better. And then I walk out of the room, and all the coaches are lining the hallway. Just that one was pretty good.
Nice. How about you, Molly Scott?
Mine was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I had told my parents it was like a 10 o'clock call. Like, my room was spotless. I had cleaned. Like, there was nothing else I could do just to take my mind off the call because I was like, she's either gonna offer me or it's just gonna be the end, and I'm back at square one. And she called, and we talked for 10 minutes, and I was just so antsy. No. I was like, and all of a sudden she was like, and we just had a really good time with you at camp, and the girls the girls love you, and we would love you to be a part of the Spartan family. And I was like, I couldn't even talk, and I came down the stairs to I hung up. I was like, oh my gosh, so excited. I came downstairs to my mom, and I was crying, hysterically crying, and she was like, she didn't know what had happened. She thought that like it was
no.
done. And I was hysterically crying, and I was like, I can go there. And she's like, God, you scared me to death. She was like, I thought it was bad. And then she started crying, and then it was just, my dad was like out somewhere, and I called him to tell him I don't think he's ever gotten home so fast.
Wow, that's awesome.
And it was awesome.
And your dad was with you when you got
My dad was with me, yes.
Okay.
Then we had to we called my mom with the coach in the room and told her also. But yeah, my dad, and because that was actually my dad's first time on campus, because me and my mom had been 3 times together, and my dad's first time going was when I actually got the offer. So that was good for him to experience also.
Well, I'm kind of bummed that you didn't get that the first go round.
I know, but it's all right, because that's not where I ended up going anyway.
There you go. True. It only matters when it goes to the school, when it happened with the school that you were going to, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about we all see you on Friday nights on the football fields and on Tuesdays and Thursdays or Mondays and Wednesdays in volleyball court. But tell us about the work we don't see. How much work has gone into this, getting a Division I scholarship, and to the point where you're going to enroll early to get ahead of the game?
I mean, just practice as much as you can.
Yeah.
I mean,
You've already told us a little bit. 3 days a week to Wilmington.
Wilmington, privates whenever. West volleyball itself, season ends in November if you're lucky, end of October. Yeah. And starting in December, we would start 5:30 a.m. practice once a week. Wow. So we would go to that club. I mean, and then I do yoga for flexibility, strength. And then, I do bar. I need to get more into the weight training. It's just not my favorite. But, I mean, just exercise as much as you can. Yeah. And just play as much as you can. Yeah. But I would do private lessons, 2 or 3 times a week. Wow. Just to get in the gym when I was, really looking. And then camps. I mean, just touch a ball whenever you can.
So, in season, out of season's pretty different.
Okay.
In season, I mean, I've always been in school weight training, so I would always do that, every day, just third period school weight training. But then out of season is where it's a lot different. Out of season, because I used to only have 3 classes and I'd have a 4th period where I was online. And so after third period in, I'd go to Wilmington and I'd train in Wilmington with Brad Roach. He's playing in the NFL for the Ravens. Went to Williamston High School or something like that. Played at Catawba Hall of Fame recently, as 2 weeks ago there. But I'd go to Wilmington a lot, and then on the weekends I go to Fayetteville because a 7-on-7 team, I guess, is club football. I guess 7-on-7 would be in Fayetteville. That's a 3-hour drive. Those are never fun, especially because you're going 3-hour drive for a 2-hour practice. So you're in the car 6 hours. Gosh, that was miserable. But so it made Wilmington drive not feel that bad. But yeah, I go to Wilmington during the week pretty often, and then go to Jerry Cooper's place, Impact, in the morning before school, 5:30.
Well, I wanted to ask, but now it fees like a dumb question. But are you prepared? Everybody always says they have to put the fear of God into you about preparing you for what Division I athletics is going to be like. Be ready. It's a full-time job. But man, it sounds like you all are already approached sports like a full-time job. Are you nervous at all about how the commitment level, or do you feel like you've pretty much always had that commitment level? It's not going to be that big a jump to you as far as commitment and discipline and all that.
I mean, I think it will be more. I mean, I know it'll be more, but I'm a busy person. I love to have something to do. So my schedule is always full, whether it was school, sports, social, there's always something going on. So I think I know balance. So I think it'll help me when I get there.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'll have as hard of a time as everyone, a lot of people would.
Yeah.
I think even if we were just going to regular school, having a set sport and schedule in your life, it's just better. It'll just set you
That's
up.
true. I've talked to a lot of people who didn't keep playing, and it was college. I was just what do I do?
Yeah. Bored. I'm bored now. Ever since West volleyball season's ended and I don't have a club practice, I'm texting coaches all the time. Is there an open gym? Is there this? Is there that? I mean, I've been going to open gym at West, and I don't play at West anymore. Yeah. But it's just I need a schedule to go.
How about you, Tanner? Are you prepared for football, man? They're going to be expecting a lot, right?
I'm very excited, actually. Yeah. I don't enjoy training by myself, weightlifting by myself or training by myself, but I really enjoy it in a team environment. I love it, me and Sean, we have such a good relationship, Sean Cartwright, because of how much we push each other. We push each other so hard. It's actually Like, it's kind of ridiculous sometimes. Like, we'll be at the beginning of workout, and we'll, like, plan what we're going to do, like, weight-wise, and then we'll get to the last set, and then somehow I've said some, like, not nice words to him about how he's, like, a not very strong person, and he should use
stuff that you don't want to put on the podcast.
Yeah, and how he should use some heavier weights, or, like, he'll tell me how I'm not a very strong person, and how I should use some heavier weights. And, like, I mean, or we'll be at Jerry Cooper's out there, and we'll be like, we do like time sprints a lot because it's like 40s is a big thing in football, and like we'll go out there and run all day until someone beats the other person. Like, he beats me every time.
Yeah.
He beats me every single time, but like he'll get me going a little bit. Like, like, yeah, he's very fast. So no, I do not ever beat him. I just want to make sure nobody thinks I beat him. I never beat him. He'll be out there run a 4.3. I'm like, jeez. But yeah, I'm very excited for just like a group that's like, because I mean in high school, like,
the same skill level.
Yeah, and in high school, a lot of people just play for fun. And like, I'm really ready for other people. Like, this is their whole life. Like, this is what they're for. Like, they want to play football or volleyball. Like, that's their sport. Like, they're very dedicated and committed. Like, I'm ready to be in that environment with a full staff that's dedicated and committed. Not the staff at West,
absolutely,
but like they have other like stuff they're doing.
Right,
like, some of them are teachers. Some of them have other jobs. Like, some of them are in the army.
Kids.
Like, yeah, and kids and stuff like that. But these ones in college, they're usually older adults. They've had kids, but they're gone. They're adults now, and this is their life. Like, this is how they make money. So like, all they care about is the product they put on the field, because if they don't put out a product, they get fired. Like, so they're fully committed, and hopefully the players around you are fully committed, because I mean they're getting paid to go to college and play a sport. So I'm excited for that environment.
The passion and the fire that, like, I think that was the most frustrating thing for me, was that the people that like didn't want to keep going is like, you would be in like a really close match and they'd be like, oh, we lost. Oh my gosh. My poor dad would get an earful, because I was like, they don't even care, like they don't even want to play. It was just so frustrating, because there's such like a part of me like invested in each game that I like. That's just like, when someone doesn't care, I'm like, why are you here? Like, go away.
Wow, that's those 2 points you all just made. I've never really considered that, about how that can be really frustrating when you're a high level athlete like you, and you're looking to continue this, to try to play Division I sports. You want to win the way you all want to win, and there's some kids just like, I'm happy to play high school ball, and whatever happens.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I kind of took it on as a challenge though. Like, it's kind of my job to make them want it more.
Yeah.
And like Coach Barrow kind of, like, he said something like my dad one time. He said something that was special about me. It was like that I was able to make the group of people that did not care more. Like, I'm not quite sure how I like did that. I don't know. It's just, but like, he said, like, I was able to get people that didn't care to care, and I would get so frustrated. Like, early on, freshman, sophomore year, I was like, just like these dudes, like, come on, like, why are you even out here? Like, and like, still sometimes it'll be like the younger kids that, like, because freshman, sophomore year, a lot of people play, they don't make it through all high school. Like, eventually they fade out,
right?
They quit. But like, the people still playing their junior, senior, like, those people care more. And like, I just took it on as a challenge, really try and get those people to care more. And just, if I'm giving my all on the field, like, sometimes early on in the game, like, I would just have to like throw my body out there, like, just take like a big hit or something, and it gets everyone else fired up. Like, it just gets them going, it gets them want to like try their hardest and stuff like that. And getting people going in practice, like, that was kind of a challenge I took on too.
Yeah,
but I enjoyed it. It was fun.
No doubt. Have we set any goals for freshman year or college, what we want to accomplish, Molly Scott?
I mean, I just want to get on the court.
Yeah.
I mean, fight for the time. I just got to prove it.
Start as soon as possible, right?
Yeah.
ASAP.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing, Tanner?
Yeah, I want to get bigger, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not small for high school football, but college football, I'd say I'm undersized. So
okay.
I want to get, not undersized height-wise, but like size-wise, I'd say I'm undersized. So I want to definitely get bigger. And then, I mean, the starting quarterback just transferred out. He was like a CAA Conference Player of the Year and like a conference Rookie of the Year. I mean, something like that. So he's a very good quarterback. He's going to go G5 somewhere, FBS.
Okay.
So and then all the other dudes in the room, they've never played before. Like, none of them have ever played. So it's a very good opportunity to
wide open.
Get on the field early, especially because I'm, again, like I said, very first guy this coach has recruited into the program. So that's also why I want to get there early. But yeah, I think I have a good opportunity to get on the field. It's just my job to be ready for it.
Nice. Awesome. Well, Molly Scott and Tanner Robert, from a selfish perspective, I want to just thank you all for covering West Carter volleyball and West Carter football so fun over the years. Man, that your junior year, that regional final run that you all made with Molly Scott at West, that was what, first time in, was it 36 years, I think was the number?
Something like that,
that
very
y'all
long
made
time.
a regional final run, and that was so much fun. And like you said, the atmosphere at West volleyball is always so fun. And even this year, where everybody's like, oh, they're going to fall off a cliff and they're going to be horrible, and then win the conference again after losing, what was it, 11 seniors?
11.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
wild. And then last couple of years at U10 are just number one, it's just fun covering a team that throws the ball. It's not 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's flinging it all over. And the numbers you put up this year with Jay and Dallas and Josh and state numbers and school records and setting all the school records, man, thank you all for so much. Made my job easier, I'll tell you that. So I appreciate it. And good luck to you in the future. You know that we will be following you along, and hopefully we'll still have your name in the pages of the Carter County News-Times.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks you all for being here.
Thank you.